Well, hello friends, and welcome to another episode of Cycling Insider. So, in this episode, I have something special for you. So, you see, today, Orbea has just released their latest, greatest, newest Orbea Orca lineup of the bikes. So, I got a little tip this morning that the newest Orbea Orca lineup is going to be presented to the public. So, here we are, and I will give you the buyer's guide in this case for the Orbea Orca M30i road bike. Later I will make a few more buyer's guide videos about the latest Orbea Orca lineup, but today we are kicking off with the Orca M30i, which has a retail price of 3,600 US dollars, or also approximately 3,600 British pounds, and similarly about 3,000, 400, 500 euros. So let's first answer the question, who is this bike for? So Orbea Orca has always been the lightweight climbing machine from Orbea. In the previous iteration, I believe it was the sixth iteration of Orbea Orca, everything was kind of designed also to be aerodynamically optimized. But for this latest iteration of Orbea Orca, they have done something totally different from the competition, and I truly applaud it because I think it's just an excellent way to differentiate yourself from the competition. So, now clearly Orbea states that this Orca is all about a lightweight climbing machine. So they haven't focused so much on, aerodynamically optimized carbon frame, fork, handlebar, and the stem. This was not the priority of this bike. Priority was to make it lightweight, stiff, climbing machine. So you can immediately see a bit of different design where these basically seat stays are connecting very high to the whole bike frame. Usually you see the seat stays on majority of the bikes today are kind of lower, almost on the half of the seat tube, and this is kind of designed to be aerodynamically optimized. And also when you look at this bike, I mean, the tube profiles are not anything heavily aerodynamically optimized. So as I say, the kind of brief with this bike and the secret sauce was, let's make it lightweight, let's make it proper climbing stiff machine. And I truly like it because that's how you definitely differentiate yourself from the competition. Okay, so now we have established that if you are in the market for a lightweight climbing machine, then definitely you should check Orbea Orca platform of the bikes. So this M30i with the retail price of 3,600 British pounds comes in three paint scheme choices, and they are truly beautiful. So the first one is this so-called ivory white and burgundy, almost like a nice, glass of burgundy wine. Absolutely stunning, beautiful white and golden paint scheme. Then you have this very classic kind of totally blacked out paint scheme, and also beautiful, as they call it, slate blue with a hint of silver paint scheme. So I'm really impressed always with Orbea. This is one of their secret sauces, a lot of customization on the bike. You will see when we dive into the specifications, but also this kind of three paint scheme choices on this bike, which has a retail price of 3,600 US dollars. With many other bike manufacturers, you would only have one paint scheme to choose from. So I definitely, applaud Orbea here. It's an excellent thing. And I would personally go with this beautiful ivory white and burgundy paint scheme. It's just a stunning, stunning paint scheme. Okay, now we can dive into the specifications of this bike and really see what do you get for your hard-earned money. First, let's kick off with the frame and the fork. So the frame and the fork are carbon fiber Orbea OMR level of the frame and the fork. So this OMR is not, creme de la creme, highest level that Orbea can do. They can do their OMX level carbon fibers. And as far as I am aware, that the difference is basically in the Toraika T800 or T1000 carbon fibers that they are using for different frames. So this Orbea OMR, make no mistake, perfectly fine, excellent carbon fiber frame, 12mm through axles front and the back, flat mount disc brakes, internal cable routing, and this is a press fit BB386 bottom bracket. So everything, proper standard as is kind of expected in today's bikes. Also keep in mind that on the carbon frames from Orbea, you are getting a lifetime warranty, which is absolutely excellent in my book. Now let's move on to the group set of this bike. And I believe again here that Orbea has done an excellent job. So here we have shifters, front mech and rear mech. Everything is Shimano Di2 electronic group set. This is the Shimano 105 Di2 electronic group set, the latest, the greatest from Shimano. 12-speed group set where you have a wireless connection between the shifters and the front mech, and then a cable connection between the front mech and the rear mech. It is a superb electronic group set from Shimano. There is no question about it, and it's going to work perfectly fine. Crankset on this bike, now you have a bit of customization here. Standard version is the Shimano 105 crankset, excellent choice. 34 and 450 chain rings, and now you have an option to go maybe for the 3652 chain rings, and you also have an option to add a power meter, left side power meter, 4i power meter for an extra $269. So I'll put it like this. If you are really serious about your training, then definitely you should pay extra $269 and get yourself this 4i power meter. It's a very good offer for this left-sided power meter. If not, don't worry. You can choose between, as I said, 3450 chain rings or 3652 chain rings. Also, I have to mention here that the cassette is a Shimano 105 cassette, 1134, so no cutting corners here. And now you see with 1134 cassette and 5034 chain rings, you have this 1-to-1 gear ratio. So absolutely you have no excuses in climbing any steep mountains with this bike. When we look at the chain is the Shimano M6100. So this chain is from the Shimano's mountain bike world, but make no mistake, it is on the same levels as a Shimano 105 level chain. And I would advise you in the future, when you destroy this chain and this cassette, always keep it, in the Shimano lineup. So maybe you want to buy a Shimano Ultegra chain, Shimano Ultegra cassette, just make it 12-speed compatible, and that's all the things you need to worry. So you can mix match, components a bit from mountain bike world, which is absolutely excellent. So the group set as a Shimano 105 Di2 electronic group set, superb stuff, no complaints here from me. Now let's see about some smaller pieces, handlebar and the stem. So the handlebar is the Orbea's own OC Road Performance handlebar, and the same stuff is the stem, OC Road Performance stem. Listen, both of these pieces are aluminum pieces, nothing is proprietary here, separate pieces, easy to set up your position on the bike and easy to upgrade, replace in the future if you really want. Personally, I wouldn't bother with any upgrades in the future. These aluminum pieces of handlebar and the stem are totally fine, and you will have no problems with that. Of course, with the handlebar, again, you have a bit of options where you can change the reach and the drop on the handlebars, considering what is offered as a standard option, and this is a no-cost option. So this is this customization of Orbea, as I was saying. Now when we look at the braking system on the bike, again, superb Shimano's 105 hydraulic disc brakes, front and the back, and the braking rotors are 160 millimeters front and the back, and also these are the basic Shimano RT60, RT70 braking rotors. And the good thing is, as I said, 160 millimeters front and the back, so a good heat dissipation, good stopping power. The only thing I can say here in the future, if when you destroy the brake pads and the brake rotors, definitely upgrade these braking rotors to the Shimano Ultegra level braking rotors. Now let's talk about the wheel set and the tires on this bike. So Orbea has gone with the classical aluminum wheel set, tubeless ready. I'm guessing this would be something like 20 to 30 millimeters deep wheel set with some very basic hubs with the sealed cartridge bearings. There's not much of technical specification about this wheel set. 12 millimeter through axles, of course, front and the back, and this wheel set is wrapped in the Vittoria Zafiro 5 tires, Vittoria Zafiro V, Vittoria Zafiro 5 tires. You have an option here to upgrade to the Vittoria Rubinho Pro tire, 28 millimeter tire. I would definitely advise you to do it for an extra, $19 per tire. And also, if you are really serious about your tires, you can go with the Vittoria Corsa Next tires, again 28mm tires. But again, you have a nice choice of customization here. 28mm tires, both front and the back, absolutely excellent, good air volume inside, and a smooth ride. And this frame and the fork can accept all the way to 32mm tires if you ever want to upgrade in the future. When we speak about this wheel set, listen, this one as it is probably closer to 2 kilograms total weight for the wheel set. So this is definitely an area in the future that you can upgrade the wheel set. And there is one interesting option here that with this new Orbea bike, Orbea has also presented their new lineup of wheel sets. So they are calling them OQUO. I'm not so sure how to pronounce it. Is there anything special in Spanish with this OQUO? You can tell me if somebody is, from the Spanish speaking area. But these new sets of wheel sets are very interesting from Orbea. They start from already $800, and I'm guessing that these are already gonna be carbon fiber wheels. I'm thinking about it. Maybe somebody can correct me, because again, even when you look at the specifications, some of these, for example, RP35 wheel set with the Shimano hub, for the Shimano hub, with the $800 price, I'm not so sure. Is it just an aluminum wheel set? Is it a carbon fiber wheel set? I'm a bit, confused with this, but I'm hoping somebody can clarify this. For this, for example, specific, as I said, RP35, for example, Pro wheel set, which in this specification would have 1,870 grams total weight, and it would use the Zip ZR1 hubs, and also 24 spokes front and the back from Sapim. So tubeless ready, should come with a tubeless tape and tubeless valves. So again, a very interesting offering from Orbea going into the wheel manufacturing with this new Orbea Orca. But this one, on this Orbea Orca M30i, I believe is some very, very basic standard aluminum wheel set, not these OQUO wheel sets. Okay, saddle and the seat post. When it comes to the seat post, very nice classical carbon fiber seat post, 27.2 millimeters in diameter. It's going to soak up a lot of road bumps, which is excellent. And with the saddle, you have a huge choice of saddles here. Standard Fisicaliante R5, you can go now upgrade to the Prologo Scratch M5 saddle, Physic Vento, Antares R7 saddle, Antares R3 saddle, or even Physic Vento Antares R1. Different price points are available, so you truly have a choice of amazing saddles here to choose from. Or even if you have your own specific saddle that you like, again, very easy to replace, very easy to upgrade. So at the beginning of this video, I said that all about this new Orbea Orca platform is to be lightweight climbing machine. So I don't see here the specification for the total bike weight for this M30i model, but looking at all the specifications, and let's say we are speaking about the size 55, I would probably expect this bike to be somewhere around 8 kilograms, ready to ride, so something like, including the pedals on the bike. So I would say nothing special for this specific build, but I've heard that the top line builds, the top level of this Orbea Orca bikes can go, of course, as low as the professional UCI limit at 6.8 kilograms, of course, but that would probably be for the sizes like 53. So all in, the newest, greatest Orbea Orca M30i road bike with the retail price of $3,600, my advice is definitely go ahead and shortlist this bike. It is something, unique in today's world of highly aerodynamically optimized bikes. So to have this kind of pure climbing lightweight machine with the sole purpose of, being stiff and lightweight, I think it's very refreshing, and I'm really glad that Orbea has kind of chosen to go down this path. So I think this is going to be it for today. I hope you like what I'm doing, and if you do, keep on watching, keep on liking, and as always, I will see you soon in the next episode. Cheers!